YouTube. My guest today is Rodney Chester from Logo's hit television show Noah's Ark. He played the character Alex, who was an HIV counselor. Rodney, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you very much. How you doing?
I'm doing good. The main question that everyone wants to know is, how is the character Alex different from yourself?
Well, I mean, I think that a lot of it is me, I assume, because I think there's a little bit of every character in everyone. But, I mean, Alex, the character itself is definitely is a lot over the top.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, I think there's some of me in Alex, of course.
Okay, so was this role very easy for you to play? Because I understand, you improvised a lot on this character.
Who told you that? No, I'm just No, I did. It was. I was able to actually to do a little bit more off-book stuff because Patrick, I guess, he felt that my character could do that, and just kind of bring the character a little bit more to life. But I mean, basically, I had a script and I had to follow the script, but I was able to ad-lib quite a bit.
Okay. So, what would you say would be the most difficult part about playing Alex?
Really, I can't really say that there was anything really difficult about it because, I mean, my main thing basically I would say is more than anything, I was glad of the character itself because I think people like to laugh in general, and the character was supposedly, I guess, a comedic character. So it made it easy, and then to have a meaning to bring in, HIV and AIDS awareness was another good thing. So I really didn't really have any bad things. I mean, anything like that. I guess more than anything, it was like, I know if nothing else, the character had to have a lot of energy all the time. Mm-hmm. And I don't think that I'm that physical all the time because, I do have my downtime because, I'm a business owner, so I can't be like that, all the time. So it's very, it's one of the kind of situations where I'm an actor. I love what I do, and I just wanted to bring the character to life as much as possible, basically.
Okay, so how did you find out about this role in Noah's Ark?
Well, I didn't audition for it at all. The director, I worked with him on his first film, Punk, and we sort of struck up a friendship. And he just one day told me that he was writing the show, and he wrote a part for me. And basically just said, I really would love you to do it. And once he got into the project, I read up and read things with Alex and what Alex had to do. And, I'm the type of person that like to have a good time and like to laugh and stuff. So it was a good thing for me, because I really, honestly, I didn't audition. It was pretty much, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe my character was the only one that was actually written for me because I think all the other guys, they had read for other parts. Mm-hmm. So I think mine was the only one that was sort of already cast.
So how was it like being directed by Patrik-Ian?
It was great. I mean, I had worked with him before on his first indie film, Punks. And, I knew he was a great writer and director just from working with him before. And knowing his past, that he had worked on a lot of projects. He used to work for Edmonds Entertainment. So he had done a lot of stuff with them. So I already knew his work or knew of his work. So it was great working with him.
Okay, so the show has covered many topics from gay bashing, gay weddings, HIV and AIDS. What would you say was the your most favorite topic that was covered by the show?
I would say probably the storyline with the HIV whole storyline, because I really think that it really brought a lot of awareness to people about it, and just practicing safe sex and all that stuff. But I think that the segments of all those segments were really, the gay bashing thing was very unfortunate and that happened, but I think that the awareness was definitely one of my favorites. I had a couple of favorites, but that was one of them.
Okay. Now, again, your character was an HIV counselor. What did you learn about HIV and AIDS that you didn't know before?
Well, I mean, actually, I think that you learn something new every day, to be honest with you. But, I mean, I had did a lot of research anyway. So, I mean, I think that I was continuing to learn, because, I mean, even when I did the show, I had to sort of do HIV testing. I mean, obviously, I'd never done that before, and I had to read up on that and sort of figure out, you know, how to do that. So it was always a learning thing that I learned. So I was always getting information. I mean, obviously, I'm in the business, and I knew the basis of it all and what it's, you know, what it's all about and stuff. But I think that you continue to learn stuff, and I sort of had to read up a lot, you know, and learn even more, you know, just because that was what I was doing in the show. So I wanted to have as much awareness as possible.
Okay. So what is your opinion on gay marriage?
I mean, you know, I think that it's to each his own, you know. I mean, I think it's very unfortunate that that it's this thing, that it has to be this thing of that people don't have the right to get married. I mean, I think we live in a country where, you know, it should be, you know, you should be able to get married if you want to get married. It doesn't matter what sex, you know. And I think that if same sex wants to get married and they're happy and they love each other, I don't see what's wrong with this. I mean, it definitely should be. I think it should be. It should be able to, that we can all get married, or whoever wants to get married, they can get married, you know?
Okay. Now, in the movie, Alex and Brandy have very great chemistry on screen. Are you two friends in real life? You and Jania?
Yes. Yes, we are. Actually, I was the one that told Patrick about Jania, actually. And I represent Jania at my agency. I own a talent agency here in Los Angeles, and I represent her for commercials. So I already knew her, and we were already friends. And then Patrick was telling me that he was looking for, you know, that role. And I told him, I said, I know this girl. She's perfect. Because Jania has a huge resume, acting resume. She's done a lot of stuff. She's done all those, you know, all those CW shows, and, you know, she's always played the friend of somebody's, and she was on the soap opera for a while. So I knew that she could capture that, the whole thing of Brandy. So Patrick was open to it. He saw her and brought her in and loved her.
I love her.
Yeah, we're friends. We're friends.
Now, are you still in contact with any other characters from the show?
Yes. Mm-hmm. We all are in contact.
Okay.
I also represent Daryl and Jensen as well at my agency for commercials.
So they're all signed. I think it's called Trio Talent Agency.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And how did that come about?
Well, I'm a former dancer, and I danced on tours and with different artists and stuff, and through high school and college, and moved to was in New York for a while. Then moved to LA and worked, and ended up getting hurt. Long story short, ended up getting hurt on tour, and decided to work at an agency. Worked at an agency and loved it, and one thing led to another. I ended up being an agent, and then I decided to do my own thing. And I've been open now for over 5 years now.
Okay, so I know that you danced with Whitney Houston, Shaka Khan, Prince, and Diana Ross. Who did you have the most fun with?
Well, I mean, my resume is way more extensive than that. I mean, I've worked with. I mean, everybody has their own thing, but I think that I would probably have to say, well, I mean, I guess I had great times with all of them, but probably one of my favorites was Toni Braxton and Diana Ross, probably.
And why would you say them?
Well, just because, I mean, I think that at the time, you know, Toni was at the height of her career, and it was great working with her. And then Diana Ross was a legend, so I mean, it was wonderful working with her as well. So, you know.
So how would you say your life is?
She was great. And it's so funny because I didn't think that Diana Ross was nothing like, you know, how people like this whole diva thing and everything. She was great, you know. So.
Yeah, that's the first thing that comes to my mind when I think of Diana Ross as a diva.
I know, that's what everybody says. Right, everybody says that. But no, she's really, really a nice lady.
So will you be doing any more television shows and movies in the future?
I hope so.
Yeah.
We're getting toward that, but right now, my concentration is on my agency, and I've been going to a lot of pride events. I just got back from Houston Splash, and I've been doing a lot of speaking and hosting and stuff like that. So looking forward to doing more of those. I got a few projects coming up. I'm going to be hosting some award shows and stuff like that, so I'm excited about that.
Now, if someone wants to join your talent agency, how would they go about that?
Well, I only got people actually in Los Angeles, just because of, where they send the submissions to here. But basically, what we do is I do dance choreography, commercial actors and actresses, and then I do print as well. So if they're interested, they can just send me a photo and a resume to Rodney at TrioTalentAgency.com, and then we can review them, and I can pass them to different departments, whichever department they were interested in, and then if we're interested, we will hit them back. And my website is TrioTalentAgency.com. TRIO talentagency.com. So if you want to check me out, check me out.
Now, do you think you'll ever join Twitter?
You know what? The funny thing is about that. I wasn't even on MySpace or Facebook or any of those things. I ended up getting on MySpace because the other guys in the show was like, Rodney, would you please join MySpace? Because everybody's wondering where your page is. So I joined MySpace, liked it. Then I got on Facebook. And, that's good. I don't really think I'm just going to get on Twitter as of now. Not really.
I
got too much going on. To me, I just don't understand the whole, I don't know. It's just, I don't think that's my thing, really.
I think you should try it. It's a good way to be interactive with your fans and let them know what you're doing or where you'll be at, so.
Well, I do that on Facebook and MySpace.
Oh, see.
Now.
See, I done left MySpace and I left Facebook. So
you done both of them and started Twitter?
Yep, Twitter. I'm on Twitter almost more than YouTube now. Like if I'm not doing a YouTube video, I'm always on Twitter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, even Patrick's on Twitter.
Yeah, I know. I remember him saying that he was on there. But I do want to say to you, congratulations, because to be honest with you, I really didn't know too much about you, and I did some research through my management, and you seem to be doing very well, so congratulations to you, mister.
Thank you so much.
Very, very good. And just FYI, for any bookings for me or anything like that, my management is Mega Management out of New York. And my manager name is Richard.
Tell Richard, I can tell him now. Hello, Richard, how are you? And I thank you so much for calling into the show, Rodney.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And thank you again to all the fans and everyone who support us. And I have to give Anthony a shout out. Make sure that he knows that I shouted him out. But thank you to all the fans and everyone that support Noah's Ark. We're not sure what else is going on and what's happening with that, but regardless of whatever, I think we did good work, and we're happy that people love what we did. So it's a great thing.
Now, can we write to Logo to tell them to bring it back or another movie?
You know what? To be honest with you, I don't know if that would. I don't really know if that would help, to be honest. I'm just being really honest, because at the end of the day, they know that the show is popular. I think that it proved that with the movie being a success. And I think it just comes down to the power it be, that if they want to, if they can put the money up for it, if they want to do it again, basically. I don't think it's a point of, I think that I think that, the powers that be know that the show is well liked and people loved it, and like I said again, the movie itself showed that, with it starting out in 5 cities, and I think it ended up in 12 or 13 cities, and it was sold out, so that proves that there's a market for it. So I'm not sure. I just think it's pretty much their decision on what they want to do with it. But I mean, I'm sure. I mean, I guess it wouldn't hurt. But I mean, I think at the end of the day, it's kind of what they want to do with the show.
Okay.
I mean, I think it would be great because people, you know, I think there's so much more for the show to grow, and you know, and then people are responding to it, and they're saying, like I heard all weekend, people were saying, you know, how you guys can get us all used to the show and get us excited about it, and then they take it off, and you know, I mean, it's one of those situations where, you know, you kind of have to respect both sides and just, you know, see what they do. Because I mean, honestly, I have no idea at all. I don't know what's going on.
Well, I'm hoping it comes back because I love this. I got hooked onto the show in the second season, and then I saw the first season, and then I loved it, and I'm like, why is it over? Like, and then I found out there was a movie coming out, and I seen the movie twice, and I have the movie on DVD, and you know, I just loved it, and I hope it comes back. If they could just do another special or something, you know, I would love to see it happen.
Well, yeah, I mean, maybe if you put a blast out to your people and tell them to, you know, to hit logo up. I mean, you know, I guess it wouldn't hurt.
Well, I'll tell them to.
But I think they get it. You know, I think it's again. I just think it's just more on the powers that be and what they really want to do. You know.
Okay. Well, hopefully, Logo will come to their senses. And Rodney, I thank you so much for calling into the show, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, and again, thanks to all the fans and everyone who supports us. And check me out. You can hit me up on Myspace/Rodney Chester and Rodney Chester on Facebook.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Have a good day.
Okay. Thanks again.